Hi, Greg. It's Andrew. I just wanted to go over the email just for our quick meeting, and then I'll relay the information to the employees, and then I'll relay that information to the board. Just wanted to go over the quick email, make sure that we're on the same page. We can just kind of go over the quick little questions and answers that I had here, and the real purpose of why I think that the company does need this is because culture is an important thing in the country and to others. It's important to realize that we all come from a different place, even though we may have the same beliefs or different beliefs. We all come from either a different place to the same place, and I think if people in this company sort of branched out like that, they would be able to find out that they're not the only, Italian American, Irish American, anything like that that's currently working here. Um, the whole thing is the quick little statement I do have is while the world is filled with different cultures, each of them provide their own unique outlook on life and material things. Even though all cultures are different, they all come together as one, and that makes up the world that we live in today. So that first question that I do have in this email is how the employees will acknowledge their cultural beliefs. And I believe that they can present this by once a month or every few months or whatever you decide on the company. That this can also be asked to the employees as well. Is to have sort of like a potluck. To have an opportunity for them to bring in something that they make either every weekend on a special occasion for their family, something that can remind them of their homeland. I think that that would be a very suitable way to kind of get their culture across because food is very important to a lot of people. A lot of other people think food kind of brings people together, sitting down at a huge table, things like that, like in my Italian culture, for example. Um, and I do think that there could be a board either in a break room or a main room or a utilities room, something that everyone in the company can have access to, and this can be opened up to the employees too, so they can feel free to post pictures, post news articles, anything that they feel can represent their culture. We can maybe have their own sort of segment on the board, anything like that. I'm open to any sort of suggestion. How it'll help employees evaluate their cultural basis. Um, and I think it will help them for other people, going to other local activities. So if Bob is an Italian American and Sue is an Irish American, Bob can invite Sue to go to a local activity, um, and it'll just maybe sort of a church or a playground pickup, or maybe just shopping for people who are from Italian descent or an Irish descent, just to kind of it'll just give the other person the ability to see that there isn't just their culture, their beliefs, or their sort of similarities and differences, but they also have a lot of similarities. Anything that I believe could help, sort of give this sort of employee group a little bit more understanding of who they work with and what that other person is interested in, other than the typical things like sports, music, entertainment, things like that. It's just a way for them to interact on a different level. Um, and the other thing is, and then after that activity, I did suggest maybe the question and answer, maybe like a 5 little question brief about what they learned, what they didn't learn, what they liked, didn't like, things that similarities, differences, and it's not something that could be needed, just because it might be a little bit cumbersome for some people to maybe voice their opinion on that. And why it's important to regards to this partnership, it will include the importance of culture in the workplace, just off of the numerous things I said before. It'll give people an opportunity to get out of their comfort zone. And the reason why I brought up the potluck is because it'll be food, again, is that sort of bonding thing that can bring people together. I think everyone likes to eat, so that's really the main sort of the first stepping stone. If you get involved that way, and say Bob wants to invite Sue again out, she can, we can say, oh, so and so is making their meatballs again. You just, yada yada yada, and then they can kind of interact that way on a more personable level. And I just think a lot of interaction can happen. And now I know that you did have a question too on the actual board itself. This is, again, it's up to you. I believe and I think that if you want to group it up by department or group it up by people, I think every individual maybe should have their own little section. Just in case you see a couple of people going after this a little bit more frequently than others. I think for me personally, and I think a lot of other people feel this way too, if a whole group is doing something and I look over and mine's not as full as some others, or I have one thing and other people have 10, I kind of take that upon myself to add, because it shows that I actually care, and if other people in the workplace care, it's just another topic for them to get on and talk about, other than just work related things. If you have any other questions or anything like that, no? Okay. I'll be relaying this information to the other employees next, and then I'll see you at the board meeting. Thank you.